Good morning, all of you. Today we are here to discuss lesson number 4 of science, heat. As we all can observe many things around us, they could either be hot or cold. We can observe them by touching them or by observing their temperature. As you can see in the picture, in the first container, you will take hot water. Dip your hand inside it and observe the temperature. Now in the second container, take the cold water, dip your hand inside it and observe the temperature again. In the third container, you have to mix both the waters together, the hot water and the cold water. Now try to observe the temperature and the difference between the temperature. This temperature can be easily measured by thermometer. We have two different kinds of thermometers. So let us talk about clinical thermometer first. As you can see in the picture, this is a clinical thermometer, which we all can see in our home. We use this thermometer to measure our body temperature, right? It has a bulb here, which is containing the mercury inside it. It has a long narrow tube made up of glass, which has a scale on it. And this scale moves from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. As we all know that the human body, the normal human body is having the temperature 37 degrees Celsius. That's why the clinical thermometer is only having the 35 degree to 42 degrees Celsius scale on it. The next type of thermometer is laboratory thermometer. The laboratory thermometer, we can easily use a laboratory thermometer in the labs. We can see this kind of thermometer there only. The thermometer is near about thrice the size of clinical thermometer, and it has a scale from minus 10 degree to 110 degree. And it is used to measure the cold temperature as well as the hot temperature. The only difference is that the scale, which varies from the clinical thermometer, and the laboratory thermometer is not having the kink here to stop the temperature to rise up itself. As we all know that heat is a form of energy. So as being form of energy, it usually transfers from one place to another. There are three different methods by which heat can transfer itself. They are conduction, convection and radiation. So let us discuss these methods one by one. So first of all, we are going to discuss the conduction. So in this method, the heat need a medium to travel. Without medium, it cannot travel from one place to another. And in this method, the heat always travel from the hot end to the cold end. As you can see here, you have to take a candle, light up the candle, take a iron rod, put one end of the iron rod on the candle flame and hold another end of the iron rod in the hand. Now let us have the heat transfer from the candle to one end of the iron rod. So you will observe one end of the iron rod which is on the candle will easily get the heat on it. But slowly and gradually it will transfer the heat from one end to the another end, from the hotter end to the colder end. Let us see it in a more elaborated way. So what happened there? Actually, the metal rod is having the two ends, and one end is on the flame, and flame is providing the heat to this end. When the heat is given to this end, the heat is traveling on the rod from molecule to molecule, from particle to particle, and slowly and gradually it will travel from one place to another. So this kind of transfer of heat from one end to another, from hotter end to the colder end, is called as conduction. In the second method, it is convection. In this method, it also needs a medium where hot air or the hot water rises up, whereas cold air or the cold water comes down. You can take the example as when you will take a beaker or a container on the flame. So you will see the hot water will rises up from the center and the cold water will come down from the side and settle down there. So this kind of traveling of the heat from there to rises up, from the bottom to the rises up, is called as convection. Next is radiation. In this method, it don't need the medium. The radiation of the heat can travel to you from the very far away place. As you can see, the radiation of the sun that is coming from very far away to the earth without any contact. They don't need any medium. In the same way, the heater inside our home, or if you will get the bonfire to get the warmth from there, so without being in contact, the fire will radiate the heat towards you. So such kind of method where we don't need a medium and the heat can travel from far away places to us is called as radiation. So now, by taking the example of that convection, we can also see here the sea breeze and the land breeze. So in the daytime, in the coastal, we are talking about the coastal areas. In the daytime, the land get hot, whereas the water take time to get hot. So at the daytime, in the daytime, the water get cold. The hot air from the land rises up and the cold air from the water or the sea move towards the land. So in this way, the breeze move from sea to land. So that's why it's called as sea breeze. Whereas at night time, the water become hot and land become cold. So the air from the water rises up and the cold air from the land move towards the water. So as the breeze is moving from land to sea or from land to water, it is called as land breeze. We can see this in the picture. As you can see, in the daytime, the land get warmer, whereas sea is cooler, right? So the hot air or the warm air rises up, leaving this place vacant. So that's why the cool sea breeze from here move towards the land. So this will be called as a sea breeze. At night, the land become cooler, whereas the sea is a warmer. So the warm air above the sea rises up, leaving this space vacant behind. So the cool air from the land move towards the sea. So this will be considered as a land breeze. As we all know that we have two major seasons, summer and winter. And we use different kind of clothes during these seasons. As you might have observed that in summer, we use cotton clothes and light colored clothes. There's a reason behind that. Because cotton can easily absorb the sweat and it can prevent our body from the infection. And the light color that reflect the heat, so we will not feel more warm from the sunlight. In the same way, in the winter, we use woolen clothes because they retain heat inside them. So the heat of the body will not go outside and we will feel warm. We use dark colored clothes because they absorb maximum heat and keep our body warm. So in this way we can say that the black color absorb maximum heat, whereas the white color reflect maximum heat. So in this way, I hope you understood the lesson well and you can do the exercise by yourself. So the lesson is very well explained to you. After the lesson, let's move to the back exercise. This is an exercise from the NCERT which consists of in total 11 questions. You have to discuss it and you have to do it yourself. Apart from that, you have the assignment also, which consists of total 4 questions, including short as well as the long questions. I hope you all can understand and can do these questions very well, as the lesson is already explained to you.